Hajime! Welcome back to Comic-Jutsu. JT McRoberts here with you once again, and today we're going to walk you through an episode of Rarities, wherein we take a look at some of the rare shiznit that's on my shelves. And today we're going to talk about Heavy Metal. No, not Heavy Metal Magazine. Yes, Heavy Metal the movie, but not the movie itself. And yes, the art of the movie of Heavy Metal, but not the actual book of the art of the movie. No, we're going to take a look at theater-used lobby cards, specifically a Spanish edition. When I was a little guy seeking out inspiration in the bookstores, this art of the movie Heavy Metal loomed over me like the monolith from Stanley Kubrick's 2001. Though at the time, when I was just a little dude grabbing this stuff, it seemed like the book was like 3 times the size that it actually is. Like it was larger than magazine size. But maybe that was a reprint or something, because this is actually a first edition. But anyway, you can see my copy of the Blu-ray. For a long time, I had the VHS copy, which was kind of a remastered re-release in the late 90s, 1999, I think, because for the longest time, you couldn't get this on VHS in America, which was a real crime. But I love this this VHS mock-up version that they released for the Blu-ray. Very nice, great looking picture on that. And here you can see the original artwork for the Chris Achilleos designed Taarna, the defining characteristic of Heavy Metal the movie, where you see Taarna riding her winged mount in search of justice. Let's get started, because today we want to talk about these lobby cards. Theater used, Spanish version, 1985, from the best that I can tell. Here you see the mansion for the Grimaldi storyline. There's the great statue from Taarna's hideaway, though I always considered it more of a temple. The Corvette from the opening sequence, Soft Landing. An interesting note about the animation for this was that they used actual photographs of the Corvette, and they just positioned it and drew the animation off of it. So they just took hundreds, if not thousands, of photographs of the Corvette in motion, and then used that to animate the sequence, which is why it looks so rich and lush. So beautiful, so dangerous is what I understand the name of this sequence to be. Here we see the bizarro smiling spacecraft. I just love the anarchic qualities of Heavy Metal. I mean, there's just something about it. It gives a literal and metaphoric middle finger just to culture and society and societal norms, if you will. Here we see everyone's favorite sequence, I would guess, though some people might say Harry Canyon. But here, Taarna walking into the cantina like it's straight out of Star Wars. Probably one of the better Star Wars ripoffs now that we think about it. Heavy Metal. This one was this So Beautiful, So Dangerous still? Where you have Gloria and the weird robot gets sucked up into the UFO, the innards of the UFO. It's a pretty neat sequence. This is from the Captain Stern sequence, I do believe, where he is put on trial. Here we see the bad guy, the barbarian from Taarna. Taarna. I imagine that's how someone with sophistication would say it. Down here in the South, we just say Taarna. Taarna. Girl, put them cut-off jeans on. Go out there, wash that car. There you go, the barbarian. Great villain. Now, these are the stooges from Harry Canyon, the neo-noir detective sequence. Harry Canyon. There's Captain Stern, the Bernie Wrightson designed. Which I don't know if there's if there's such a thing as a classic Captain Stern storyline. I know there are collections, and I even have one. I've read it, But I was about to say I've tried to read it, but no, I've read it. It just passed through me. But I think the artwork and just the yeah, that's the main attracting feature of it. It's Harry Canyon again. Interesting note on the animation in the Harry Canyon sequence is that it contains no rotoscoping, none whatsoever. And there we go. That's what we came for. Den. In honor of the re-release of Den, pick up your copy now before they sell out. If you're worried about the kayfabe effect, don't worry. After 3 months, that dies down, but you just have to hope that the book itself does not completely sell out in the meantime. The art for Den, at least the promotional art, is my absolute favorite. Now, from what I understand, they took Richard Corbin's artwork and they made animation models for it. So I don't believe this is an actual Corbin piece. This is made from Corbin artwork. That's my understanding. Anyway, so there you go. Den, Harry Canyon, Taarna, all of your favorites right there in the heavy metal lobby cards. Specifically this set from 1985, though the movie was released in 1981. Doesn't make it any less cool or any less fun. If you're like me, I like to get these little bits of ephemera and oddities and bits and bobs, and sometimes I use them in my studio. Like I keep the Den print on display on the walls. I put it in a frame. So now you know. You know what they say, knowing is not even starting the battle. Well, that's all for today, denizens. Thanks for watching. Of course, like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends about the channel. Keep spreading the word. Buy my graphic novel as soon as it goes on sale. We'll see you next time right here in the Comic Book Dojo. Mate!